So let's say I want to create a logo that is basically going to have a text, and the text is going to be manipulated or modified in a different way. Okay, so let me just take the text tool and I will choose a font called Arial. Okay, so Arial bold is good. So I'm going to click right in the middle and I'm going to type in HI high, just the simple text. Select it, make it bigger, and we're going to modify this text. So notice I have the text HI created in the work area, and you will also see the same thing right here in the layers panel. And in the layers panel it says that it has a T symbol. That means it is a text layer. What I want to do is I want to modify these little points to control it the way I want. Okay, so before we continue on, I'm going to make a copy of this. I can either do it by pressing Ctrl J, or I can simply click this and drag it onto this new layer button. So that creates a new layer, and we're going to make changes to our new layer so that you will actually see the differences between the two layers. So now I have this text. I'm going to hide this just to make sure that it's not coming in our way. Now if I select this text, I can just select that and just change the text, but I cannot modify each of these points. Now keep in mind, these are just 4 different points that is creating the same shape, or in other words, we can say that it is more like a rectangle or square shape, okay, which is also resulting in the same look, right? But this one I can manipulate by using let's say my direct selection tool. But this text, I cannot do that, right? That is because this is a text layer and this is a shape layer. So what we want to do is we want to convert this text into a shape layer so that we can make these kind of modifications to it. So I'm going to delete this shape that I created. So to do that, all I have to do is right click here and choose convert to shape. So watch what happens. We get all these different control points, and you will also notice that the layer actually changed to something else. But if I just hide that and get back to my text layer, you can see that it still looks like a text, and still this is editable text. Understand? So text layer is editable text and shape layer is editable points or editable control points. And what we want to do is we want to modify this or manipulate this. And to do that, we can just get back to our direct selection tool, and I can just click on these points to make any kind of changes that I want. If it's not working, just make sure that you're selecting the layer. Okay, so let's say I can just pull this like so, just to stylize it. I can hide this other text, and I can do the same thing here. So we can basically modify any kind of text to any way you like. Okay, so you can just basically compare these two guys. So if I just push this to the left side and turn that on to this side, you can see that this has become that. Now let's say if you're not the sharp kind of person, you can actually make this into more softer shape also. So to do that, I can just go to my convert point tool, which is inside the pen tool. Okay, so take the convert point tool and I can select the same layer here and click and drag, and watch what happens. It becomes soft. So if this is the kind of look that you want, you can do this as well. Looks funny, but it's okay. I can continue doing that same thing here. Keep in mind, guys, if you make any mistakes, the easiest way to fix it is by just pressing Ctrl Z, okay, just to undo that. And if you have older version of Photoshop, you need to press Ctrl Alt and Z to make multiple undos, okay? Otherwise, if you just keep on pressing Ctrl Z, it'll just repeat the same last 2 steps that you have done. Okay, so I want to make it a bit thicker here, yeah, like so. Okay, so you can turn your H high into a stylized high.